My friends, destiny is not something that will knock at your door like a pizza delivery guy ringing the bell and saying, "Here's your extra large success with a side of happiness." No, no. Destiny waits for you, but it waits on the other side of effort, patience, and courage. Too many of us imagine destiny as a magical future that will somehow appear one day. But the truth is, destiny is not built in a day, it's built daily. Every small choice we make, every small step we take, becomes a brick in the building of our life's purpose. Think of a seed. It doesn't become a tree overnight. It needs the right soil, sunlight, and water. But it also needs storms, winds, and rains. Why? Because without the struggle of weather, the roots never grow deep. In the same way, your challenges are not obstacles to your destiny. They are the training ground for it. And here's the most important part. Destiny is not just about reaching a goal. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle that goal. Imagine giving a 5-year-old the keys to a Ferrari. It's exciting, but also disastrous. That's why life sometimes delays your success, so you can grow into the person ready to handle it. If you feel you're waiting for your destiny, maybe your destiny is also waiting for you. To grow, to mature, keep moving, keep learning, and when the time is right, your destiny will not just come to you, it will embrace you like an old friend. We often wish that one fine morning we'll wake up, stretch our arms, and suddenly our destiny will be standing there in the living room, sipping tea, and saying, "Good morning, I've been waiting for you." It would be so convenient if life worked that way, wouldn't it? But it doesn't. Destiny is not an Amazon parcel that you can order today and receive tomorrow. It is more like a plant you have to grow patiently, intentionally, and with care. Some people wait their entire lives for a perfect moment, thinking, when the time is right, my destiny will just happen. But if we look at life closely, we see that destiny doesn't arrive as a single event. It reveals itself slowly through the steps we take every day. It is built in the quiet hours when no one is watching, in the persistence to keep going even when progress is invisible. Imagine a sculptor standing before a block of marble. The statue inside is already there, hidden within the stone, but the sculptor doesn't get in one mighty strike. He chips away at it, piece by piece, hour after hour, day after day. To an outsider, it may seem like nothing is happening at first, but each strike, each chip, each careful movement of the chisel brings the hidden masterpiece closer to being revealed. That's how destiny works. You don't get the final shape instantly. You reveal it through your consistent actions. If you observe anyone who has reached what we call destiny, you will notice a common tuning, calm and truth. They didn't get there by a single leap. They got there by thousands of small steps. Athletes train for years before winning a medal. Writers spend countless nights crafting their books before anyone reads them. Entrepreneurs work behind closed doors, making mistakes, learning lessons, and improving their craft before the world calls them successful. The problem is, we often see only the highlight reel. We see the championship, the best-selling book, the thriving business, but not the countless hours of practice, the failures, and the moments when they felt like giving up. And because we don't see that, we start to believe destiny is an overnight miracle. It's not. It's a daily discipline. There's a famous saying, we become what we repeatedly do. If you want to walk toward your destiny, you don't need to do one massive thing perfectly. You need to do many small things consistently. You need to wake up each day and plant a seed of learning, a seed of action, a seed of persistence. Some seeds will grow fast, others will take time, but they all matter. Think of your destiny as a mountain. From the bottom, it looks impossible to climb. If you focus only on the peak, you may feel overwhelmed. But if you just keep taking the next step day after day, suddenly you'll look back and realize how far you've come. That's the magic of consistent effort. It transforms the impossible into the inevitable. So, instead of waiting for destiny to show up, start walking toward it. Even a single step today takes you closer than standing still for years. Remember, the journey is not about speed, it's about the direction. Every step in the right direction counts. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll find that destiny wasn't running away from you at all. It was waiting at the top, cheering you on as you climbed. We often underestimate the power of small daily choices because they don't look dramatic. We imagine that success is built on grand decisions. The kind of moments where the background music swells and everything changes in an instant. But in reality, the foundation for future success is laid quietly, almost invisibly, through the simple, ordinary decisions we make every single day. Think about a house. When you see a beautiful home standing tall, you admire the architecture, the design, the colors. But you rarely think about the foundation beneath it, the part no one sees. Without that foundation, the house would collapse. In the same way, our life's big moments stand on the unseen foundation of small, daily actions. If that foundation is weak, the whole structure of our future becomes unstable. It's easy to dismiss small choices because they seem insignificant in the moment. Choosing to read for 20 minutes instead of scrolling endlessly on your phone doesn't seem like a life-changing decision. But repeat that for a year, and you've read over 100 hours worth of life-changing knowledge. Deciding to save a small portion of your income every month doesn't make you rich immediately, but over time, it builds security and freedom. Waking up just 30 minutes earlier to work on your goals doesn't make you successful overnight. But over months and years, it moves you ahead of those still sleeping. Life rewards consistency far more than it rewards intensity. A single day of eating healthy won't to transform your body, but hundreds of days of healthy eating will. One day of practicing your craft won't make you a master, but steady daily practice will. We often wait for a perfect day to start big, but what we really need is an ordinary day to start small and then keep going. There's a saying that captures this truth perfectly. Be or what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, it's a habit. If you want to see where your life is heading, don't look at your dreams, look at your daily routine. Because your future will grow from the seeds you plant today, not the seeds you plan to plant someday. Consider the story of the bamboo tree. For years after planting it, nothing seems to happen above the ground. People might even laugh at you for watering empty soil. But beneath the surface, roots are spreading wide and deep. And then, in a short burst, the bamboo shoots up several feet in just weeks. Was it growing only in those weeks? No. It was growing every single day. You just couldn't see it. Your daily choices are like that. Even if you don't see the results immediately, the growth is happening underground. This is why your small habits matter so much. They are the architects of your destiny. You don't need to leap towards success. You need to step toward it, one choice at a time. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, progress over procrastination, and growth over comfort, you are laying another brick in the path toward your future. So the question is, what are you choosing today? Because whether you realize it or not, your small choices are quietly building or quietly breaking the life you will live tomorrow. And when your destiny finally appears, it will be standing on the foundation you are creating right now in the little things no one sees. When we think about challenges, our first instinct is often to avoid them. After all, who enjoys struggle? Who looks forward to sleepless nights, heavy responsibilities, or moments of uncertainty? But here's the paradox of life. The very things we try to avoid are often the very things that make us strong enough to handle our destiny. Imagine going to a gym. If you only lift the lightest weights, you might feel comfortable, but you'll never grow stronger. Your muscles only develop when they're pushed beyond their comfort zone. In the same way, life's challenges are the weights for your character. They push you, stretch you, and sometimes even exhaust you. But in the process, they build resilience, patience, and inner strength. If you look at any great leader, achiever, or change maker, you'll find that their story includes a chapter of struggle. Not because life wanted to punish them, but because their destiny required them to be stronger than they were before. A person who has never been through difficulties may have a smooth journey, but they won't have the depth, wisdom, or courage needed to handle life's bigger responsibilities. Think about the story of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. When the caterpillar is inside the cocoon, it goes through a difficult process of transformation. The struggle to break free from the cocoon isn't just an obstacle, it's essential. That very struggle pumps fluid into its wings, making them strong enough to fly. If someone tries to help by breaking the cocoon open early, the butterfly emerges weak, unable to survive. The same is true for us. If we try to escape every challenge, we rob ourselves of the strength we were meant to gain from it. Challenges also reveal who we really are. When everything is easy, it's simple to be patient, kind, or optimistic. But when things go wrong, when plans fall apart, or when the path is uncertain, our true values and determination are tested. Those moments show us our weaknesses, yes, but they also give us the chance to improve them. In a way, challenges act like a mirror, reflecting both our flaws and our potential. It's also important to remember that challenges aren't just about survival, they're about preparation. Your destiny might require you to lead others, make big decisions, or handle pressure with grace. How can you do that if you've never faced any hardships yourself? Life uses challenges to give you practice. Sometimes in small doses, sometimes in big ones. So when your moment comes, you're ready. Let's take the example of a tree in the open field. If it only grows in perfect weather, with no storms or winds, its roots will remain shallow. But when strong winds come, the tree is forced to dig its roots deeper to stay upright. Over time, it becomes stronger and more unshakable. Similarly, every setback you face is forcing your roots, your character, your resilience, your determination to grow deeper. So, instead of seeing challenges as signs that you're off track, see them as proof that you're being prepared. Your destiny isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's about becoming the person who can run the race with courage, no matter how rough the path becomes. And for that, challenges aren't just helpful, they're essential. We live in an age of instant results. We want instant coffee, instant deliveries, instant answers. And somewhere along the way, we started expecting instant success too. When life doesn't deliver our dreams on the timeline we've planned, we get frustrated and think, why is this taking so long? Maybe I'm not meant for it. But here's the truth. Sometimes life delays success, not because you're unworthy of it, but because you're not fully ready to handle it yet. Think about a farmer planting seeds. He doesn't plant them today and expect them to bear fruit tomorrow. He knows there's a process. The soil needs time to nurture the seeds. The roots need time to grow deep. And the plant needs time to mature. If he rushed the process, he wouldn't get healthy fruit. He'd get something half-formed. Similarly, when life delays your success, It's often nurturing you beneath the surface. It's easy to mistake delay for denial. But delay is not rejection, it's preparation. Sometimes we think we're ready for a big opportunity simply because we want it badly. But desire is not the same as readiness. A child might desperately want to drive a car, but without the maturity and skill, giving them the keys would be dangerous. Life knows when you're ready, truly ready, to handle what you're asking for. If success came too early, it could actually hurt you. Imagine giving someone the position of a leader before they've learned patience, empathy, and decision-making. The title might look good on paper, but without the right experience, that person could crumble under pressure. In the same way, your journey toward destiny often includes waiting rooms, seasons where nothing seems to be moving. But these aren't wasted seasons, they are classrooms. You are being trained, shaped, and equipped for the challenges ahead. History is full of people who seemed delayed, but were actually in preparation. The great leaders, inventors, and creators often spent years in obscurity, learning, failing, and refining their skills before the world recognized their brilliance. If you remove those years from their story, you remove the very lessons that made their success sustainable. Think about baking bread. If you take it out of the oven too soon, it's still doughy and incomplete. But if you give it the full time, it rises properly and becomes what it's meant to be. Life is the same. If your destiny is in the oven right now, it's not because life has forgotten you. It's because the process isn't finished yet. There's also a hidden gift in delayed success. It humbles you. When you have to work hard and wait for something, you appreciate it more when it arrives. You value it, protect it, and take care of it. Quick success can sometimes create arrogance. Prepared success creates gratitude. And gratitude is what keeps success from destroying you. So the next time you feel frustrated about where you are, remember this: the delay is not life punishing you. It's life preparing you. Your destiny is still yours. It's just being made ready for you. And you are being made ready for it. And when both are ready, the meeting will be perfect. We often imagine destiny as a treasure waiting at the end of the road, something we simply need to arrive at. But here's the truth. Destiny is not just about arriving somewhere. It's about arriving as the right version of yourself. And that means growth is not optional. It's a requirement. Before destiny can fully unfold, you must grow into the kind of person who can live it, protect it, and expand it. Think of it this way. If you gave a 12-year-old the responsibility of running a company, it would overwhelm them. The company might still exist. The opportunity might still be valuable. The person holding it isn't ready for the weight it carries. In the same way, life doesn't give you your destiny before you have the emotional, mental, and spiritual maturity to handle it. If it did, you might lose it, not because you're bad, but because you're unprepared. Growth isn't just about learning skills. It's about expanding your mindset, deepening your patience, and strengthening your ability to persevere through difficulty. Some people want the crown, but not the weight that comes with wearing it. But the weight is exactly why you must grow, so you can carry it without collapsing. Think about a tree again. If a seed sprouts too quickly without developing strong roots, a strong wind can topple it. The root system, hidden underground, is what allows it to grow tall without falling. Your personal growth is like those roots. You can't see it from the outside, but it's what keeps you steady when destiny places you in a bigger position than you've ever been before. Sometimes growth feels uncomfortable. It demands that you face your fears, unlearn bad habits, and embrace new disciplines. It often feels like you're being stretched beyond your limits. But that's the point. Destiny always demands a bigger version of you than the one that started the journey. If you're still thinking the same way you did years ago, reacting the same way to problems, and avoiding the same uncomfortable truths, you're not growing. And without growth, destiny remains just out of reach. One of the most important parts, growth, is developing the resilience to handle failure. Many people want success without setbacks, but setbacks are actually part of the preparation. Each challenge, mistake, and obstacle is teaching you something vital: how to adapt, how to recover, and how to keep going when things don't go as planned. Without that resilience, even if you reached your destiny, you might not stay there for long. Growth also shapes your character. A person who grows into their destiny with integrity will use their position to create more good in the world. A person who stumbles into their destiny without growing may use it carelessly, sometimes even destructively. Life cares about the version of you that arrives at your destiny, not just the fact that you arrived. So, when life seems to be holding you back, maybe it's not holding you back at all. Maybe it's inviting you to grow, to strengthen your skills, to refine your character, to deepen your understanding. Because when your destiny finally unfolds, it will demand the best version of you. And if you've done the work to grow into that version, you won't just meet your destiny, you'll be ready to live it fully. We often look at struggles as signs that something is going wrong. We think, if life is this hard, maybe I'm on the wrong path. But that's not always true. Sometimes the struggles you're facing are not blocking you from your destiny. They're anchoring you deeper into it. Just like a tree's roots grow strongest during storms, your inner strength grows deepest during life's most difficult seasons. When the wind is calm, a tree doesn't need to hold on tightly. But when a storm comes, The roots dig deeper into the soil to keep it standing. Over time, those storms actually make the tree stronger and more resilient. The same thing happens to you. The pressure you're under, the resistance you're facing, these are not signs of weakness. They are opportunities for your roots, your faith, your discipline, your persistence to grow stronger. It's easy to think you're strong when everything is going smoothly. But true strength isn't measured when life is easy. It's revealed when life gets hard. The moments when you feel like giving up, but still choose to keep going, are the moments that carve resilience into your character. Think of a mountain climber. At the base of the mountain, the air is easy to breathe, and the climb feels manageable. But as they go higher, the air gets thinner, the path gets steeper, and the climb becomes harder. If they stop climbing because of the difficulty, they'll never see the view from the top. But every step they push through in the struggle makes them stronger, more skilled, and more determined to reach the summit. Life works the same way. The higher your destiny, the more prepared you need to be. And struggles are the training ground for that preparation. They teach you patience when things don't happen as quickly as you hoped. They teach you problem solving when plans fall apart. They teach you humility when you realize you can't do it all alone. The truth is, if you avoided every difficulty, you'd miss the chance to grow roots deep enough to support your future. A shallow, rooted tree might look fine on a sunny day, but the first strong wind will topple it. Similarly, without the grounding that comes from struggles, even a small setback can knock you off course. But when you've been through storms before, you know how to stand your ground in the face of challenges. There's also a hidden blessing in deep roots. They allow you to bear more weight. The stronger your foundation, the bigger your destiny can be without crushing you. Your current struggles might be preparing you for responsibilities you can't even imagine yet. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what is this teaching me? What part of my roots is this strengthening? Because struggles are not just interruptions in your journey, they are investment stability. The next time life feels in your stability, stony, remember the tree. It doesn't panic when the winds blow. It doesn't try to escape. It simply holds on, digs deeper, and lets the storm make it stronger. And when the sky clears, it's still standing taller, steadier, and ready for the sunshine ahead. When most people think about destiny, they picture it as an achievement, a job title, a dream house, a bank balance, or a certain level of recognition. And while those things may come along the way, destiny is not about what you get, it's about who you become in the process. Because the truth is, material achievements can be lost, but the person you grow into can never be taken away from you. Think about someone who wins a championship. The trophy is nice, but the real prize is the discipline, perseverance, and focus they develop to get there. Even if the trophy were to disappear tomorrow, those qualities would remain, shaping every new challenge they face. Your destiny works the same way. It's not defined by the object you hold in your hands, but by the character you hold in your heart. We sometimes confuse the destination with the transformation. The destination is the place you want to reach. The transformation is the person you must become to get there. And in many cases, the transformation is the real purpose of the journey. You might start chasing a goal because you want the outcome, but along the way, you'll realize that the growth you experience is worth even more than the goal itself. If destiny were just about getting something, life would hand it to us as soon as we asked. But it's not that simple, because the goal is not to give you a position you're unprepared for. It's to mold you into someone who can thrive in it. That molding process changes the way you think, the way you respond to challenges, and the way you see the world. Consider the story of a goldsmith refining gold. The gold may start out as a rough, unpolished lump. Through heat and careful shaping, impurities are burned away and the gold becomes something pure and valuable. In the same way, the journey toward your destiny often involves heat, challenges, sacrifices, and an uncomfortable growth. But it's that very process that shapes you into your best self. The danger of focusing only on getting is that when you achieve it, you may not appreciate it or know how to keep it. Many people win success, but lose themselves in the process because they focused only on the end result. But when you focus on becoming, the success you gain is not just external. It's rooted in a strong identity that success can't feel long. This is why your shake and fair journey can't destroy, and failure might destroy. Destiny is not about rushing to the finish line. It's about taking the time to grow, to someone who can stand there with strength, wisdom, and grace. You're not just chasing a dream, you're shaping a soul. And the more intentional you are about becoming the best version of yourself, the more naturally your destiny will unfold. So when you think about your future, don't just ask, what do I want to have? Ask, who do I want to be? Because at the end of the day, what you become will outlast of what you get. And that is the true essence of destiny. Life is a master teacher, and it never wastes a lesson. Every single experience you've had, whether it made you smile or brought you to your knees, has been part of shaping you for your purpose. We often think our preparation for destiny comes only from our successes. But in truth, some of the most valuable lessons come wrapped in disappointment, struggle, or even failure. Imagine a potter at work. Every time the clay is shaped, it's not just the smooth and perfect moments that form it. Sometimes the potter presses hard, sometimes he cuts away pieces, and sometimes he starts over entirely. The final pot isn't beautiful because it never went through pressure. It's beautiful because it endured every twist, press, and turn. Your life is being shaped in the same way. It's easy to appreciate the good experiences. They boost our confidence, open doors, and give us a taste of success. But the bad experiences often work quietly, doing something equally important. They build our wisdom, deepen our empathy, and sharpen our problem-solving skills. A success might teach you what's possible, but a failure teaches you what's necessary. Think about a sailor learning to navigate the sea. Calm waters teach basic skills, but it's the storms that teach survival. A sailor who has only known perfect weather will panic when the skies darken. But a sailor who has faced and conquered storms gains the confidence to steer through anything. In the same way, your difficult seasons have been strengthening you for challenges you haven't even seen yet. Sometimes we dismiss certain parts of our story as wasted time. Maybe you worked in a job you didn't like, went through a relationship that ended badly, or pursued a goal that didn't work out. But if you look closely, you'll find skills, insights, or inner strength you would never have gained otherwise. That job might have taught you discipline. That failed relationship might have taught you self-respect. That abandoned goal might have taught you resilience. None of it was wasted. This is why it's important to stop labeling experiences as purely good and start seeing them necessary. Your destiny is not moments that went well. It's built from only the moments necessary. Your destiny and necessary, go good or go bad, and God. To picture every piece matters. Even small, seemingly insignificant events have their place. A casual conversation might inspire a life-changing idea. A minor setback might push you toward a better opportunity. Sometimes the most painful moments later reveal themselves as the turning points that moved you closer to your calling. When you embrace every experience as experience preparation, you stop resenting the past. You realize nothing you went through was for nothing. Even the times you felt lost were actually times when life was building something inside you that you would one day need. Your destiny is like a complex puzzle, and each experience, the wins, the losses, the laughter, the tears, is a piece of it. On their own, some pieces might not make sense, but when you look back one day, you'll see how perfectly they all fit together to create the bigger picture of your life's purpose. Destiny is not a bus stop where you sit on a bench and wait for the perfect ride to arrive. It's more like a path you have to walk step by step, even when you're not entirely sure what's around the next bend. Too many people sit and wait, hoping opportunity will knock on their door one day. But opportunity often shows up halfway down the road. And if you're still sitting, you'll never meet it. We sometimes comfort ourselves with the idea that if it's meant to be, it will happen. There's truth in that, but it's incomplete. Yes, what's meant for you will not pass you by, but you still have to show up for it. A farmer doesn't say, if I'm meant to have crops, they will grow, and then never plant a seed. He plants, waters, and works, trusting that the harvest will come. Taking action, even imperfect action, is far more powerful than waiting for perfect conditions. You might be tempted to think, I'll start when I have more money, when I have more time, when I feel ready. But here's the secret. You never feel fully ready. Growth happens as you move, not before. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. You can read all the books on balance, watch videos on technique, and even buy the best bicycle in the shop. But you won't truly learn until you start pedaling. At first, you'll wobble, maybe even fall. But every fall teaches you something. Every try gets you closer to balance. And before you know it, you're riding confidently, not because you waited for perfection, but because you moved through the imperfection. Movement toward your destiny also creates momentum. The first steps are the hardest because it feels like nothing's happening. But small, consistent steps add up. When you move, you meet people you wouldn't have met otherwise. You'd learn lessons you wouldn't have learned by standing still. New opportunities appear because you've positioned yourself to find them. Waiting passively can be disguised as being patient, but there's a difference. Patience means you keep working while trusting the timing. Passivity means you do nothing and hope for the best. Destiny doesn't reward passivity. It rewards persistence. Even when you don't know the exact direction, start moving toward what you do know. If you want to be a writer, write a little every day. If you want to start a business, research your industry, save money, or begin networking. If you want to improve your health, make small lifestyle changes today, not someday. The truth is, the road to your destiny will often only reveal itself as you walk it. Doors that were invisible from a distance will open once you're close enough to knock. But you'll never see them if you stay at the starting point, waiting for a map that shows every turn in advance. So take that step, however small it seems. Keep moving, even when the way ahead is unclear. Because destiny doesn't just come to you. You meet it halfway, and the only way to get there is to start walking today. We often think of destiny as something deeply personal, a goal, a dream, or a purpose we must fulfill for our own satisfaction. And while that's partly true, the real depth of destiny goes far beyond ourselves. Your destiny is not only about you, it's about the countless lives you are meant to touch, inspire, and transform along the way. Think about it. A tree doesn't grow tall just to admire its own leaves. Its shade comforts the weary traveler. Its fruit feeds the hungry. and its roots hold the soil together to protect the land. In the same way, your growth, your journey, and your success will become a source of nourishment, hope, and strength for others. Every skill you develop, every challenge you overcome, every bit of wisdom you gain, it's not meant to be locked away. It's meant to be shared, often in ways you can't even imagine right now. Sometimes, the pain you endure will become the exact encouragement someone else needs. The mistake you recover from might be the guidance that prevents another from falling into the same pit. Your destiny has ripple effects. You may think you're working hard for your own goals, but in the process, you could be inspiring a younger sibling, motivating a friend, or even changing the direction of a stranger's life who just happens to hear your story. We underestimate how much our courage, perseverance, and authenticity can impact others, even people we never meet. Imagine a candle in a dark room. It doesn't burn for itself. Its light is for everyone in the room. The brighter it burns, the more it helps others see. That's exactly what fulfilling your destiny does. When you live with purpose, you give others permission to do the same. Your courage becomes contagious. Your faith becomes a spark in someone else's soul. Sometimes you may feel that the journey is too hard and wonder if it's even worth it. But what if your breakthrough will be the key that unlocks someone else's prison? What if the dream you're chasing will create opportunities for others? A teacher who dedicates her life to educating children isn't just fulfilling her own destiny, she's shaping the destinies of every student she inspires. An inventor's creation may make life easier for millions long after they're gone. You may not see the full impact of your journey while you're living it, but that doesn't make it any less real. Seeds don't sprout the day they're planted. Sometimes, the people you influence won't even realize your impact until years later. And that's the beauty of destiny. Its reach often stretches far beyond our lifetime. So when the path gets tough, remind yourself you're not just walking for yourself, you're walking for every life that will be touched directly or indirectly. By your courage to keep going, you're walking for the people who will one day thank you, even if you never hear it. You're walking for the difference only you can make. Your destiny is bigger than you because you were never meant to live just for yourself. The lives waiting to be changed by your journey are the clearest sign that your purpose matters and that the world needs you to fulfill it.